Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to go over the new 5C reflection workflow in eCadence. So when you pick an assignment that you want your students to do the UCI 5C reflection AI analysis, you are going to create your assignment and then you're actually going to go over here and you're going to select the C's you want your students to reflect on. So instead of having to go to insert content, UCI reflection, and selecting the questions, you are doing that process by just clicking on the 5C tabs here. So when I click on critical thinking and collaboration, you can see that this checkbox automatically appears. It says allow students to reflect. If I like tagging these, but I don't want my students to reflect on each question every single time, I can simply just uncheck that and the students will not be prompted to reflect. However, for this, I want them to reflect. So I have these selected, I have my publish date, and I'm going to go ahead and create. Once I create, you're going to see a new tab that appears that says reflections. I'm going to click on that, and you can see that the collaboration and critical thinking that I tagged earlier is auto checked. And this is just basically confirming that I want my students to reflect on these 5Cs. However, I did select critical thinking, but I do not want them to reflect on both critical thinking questions. So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck critical thinking too. I just want them to do this critical thinking question, and I want them to do collaboration. If I decided, you know what, I don't want them to do collaboration, I want them to do communication, I can just uncheck and check it here. Once I am satisfied with the questions that I want my students to reflect on, I'm going to go ahead and press submit. From a teaching standpoint, that is all that you have to do. What that looks like for a student is once the student is in the class, they would simply find that video or that assignment. They would then complete whatever it is that you are having them do. And then once they submit, they are going to be prompted to begin the UCI reflections. They would click to begin, they'd hit next, and then they'd start recording or typing in their response to those reflection questions.